it's Deb here, and I am on the Kitaholics channel today with a off the page project. I did mention in the group that I was going to alter this package that the wood veneer, pink paisley wood veneer came in. So if you kept it, you can create along with me. Now all I'm doing is covering that back piece of the cardboard backing with some pattern paper, and that will be my background. Double-sided tape, and I'm going to stick down my pattern paper, and then I will make sure it's all smooth, and then I'll trim around the edges, and then I will grab this plastic, it's kind of like the boxy part that the wood veneer sits in, and I'm just measuring or kind of roughly marking out exactly where that square sits over the backing there, the raised up part, because that's where I'm going to put my photo and kind of mini layout, I guess you could call it, in that square section just there. So I'm just repeating the same process on the back of this cardboard, just using some pattern paper, sticking it on, and then trimming around and getting rid of the excess. You don't have to cover the back if you don't want to, but I did, so I think it was the backing, yeah, it was the B side of this pattern paper, I'm lost for words, that I used for the front. And because I put extra layers on that piece of cardboard, the two pieces of pattern paper, just testing it back in the plastic packaging to make sure it all fits, and then I'll get to work on my layout. So this is the branding strip from the bottom of that paper, and I'm just going to roughly pleat it, not pleat it, it's not pleating or accordion, it's just roughly gathering it, I guess you could call it, and then I pull my little handy dandy hand sewing machine out. I had so much trouble. Not the best project to use this on, because I wanted to get all those kind of pleats sewn through, and I didn't want to pull out my big machine, and I got there in the end. So, and I'm still practicing with that little hand sewing machine. I got it for $1 or $2 at the markets, and it doesn't sew straight, but yeah, just keep practicing and hopefully I'll get it one day. But for this kind of project, it didn't really matter that it was straight. So now I got my We Are Memory Keepers, I'm sure, the confetti punch, and I did punch some of that same pattern paper and put it into the container there, and throwing some wood veneer in, and I'm going to put some sequins in. I'm just going to make one big massive shaker in that front section. So sequins from a stash, the wood veneer from the kits. I put in, what else do I put in? Some gold sequins. I also put in some gold beads, and they're just cheapo beads. I find that adding the beads into a shaker provides, whoopsie, provides lots of movement in a shaker. So I'm going to grab some gold beads in a sec and chuck them in too. glue my little mini layout down, and I put that black and white strip that I sewn underneath, and because it was slightly raised because I made all them kind of pleats, I have to I feel really rusty on these voiceovers, haven't made a video for a while, some foam underneath the photo so it lays out level with that border strip there. Because I did some sewing on that border strip, I decided to add some thread underneath my photo too, and I'm just going to glue all that down. I got really dry fingers, always get dry fingers in winter, and just popping some glue on the back of the photo and sticking that down. And that is actually a photo of me, Corinne and Chrissy when we went to the Scrapbook Expo. So fussing around with that thread again. And then I'm going to use another bit of border strip that says Happy Days and stick it over my photo. So with the shaker part, I don't want the actual sequins and everything hitting the photo. So there was this little backer piece that came that held the wood veneer in the plastic there. So I'm going to glue that in. I'm not going to glue it all the way down. I'm going to glue it, I think it was like about a quarter of the way down. And I'm just using a little, one of those glass cleaning wipe things, cloths. Just cleaning up the plastic because my fingerprints are all over it. And then I will pop all my shaker stuff back into the container there, and then I will stick this little backing piece quarter of a way down so it can still move about freely, but it's not going to be sitting right on my photo, and you can still see everything fine behind all of this. You can see the photo and the other things behind the shaker. So I really love how this turned out. And because the plastic had it warped a little bit, so I used the 450 glue, and I'm just pressing up against the sides to make sure that it all touches and connects and the glue sticks to where I want it. And then I'm gonna pop that to the side to dry. And I made some flowers. I followed Katie's tutorial on her rolled flowers, and I believe that's a few videos back. I think it's DIY rolled flowers. If you look on the Kitaholics channel, you'll find it. And I just followed her tutorial and made a bunch of these flowers. That was super easy and quick. And I think I'm just testing things out to make sure it's all going to go together properly. Yes. And testing the shaker. And I love how it shakes because it's got that backing piece on it. It moves about freely. It's not hitting the photo or anything on the background, so it's not getting caught on it. And yeah, so grabbing the stamps that we got in the kits, and I believe, what did I stamp? I think it was memories, or yeah, memory or something like that, and the other one was friend. Memories, that's it. And the other one was friend, and I stamped that below. And I also stamped the date just at the bottom there too. And I also used, I think they're like little crosses in this stamp set, and I use that on the background as well. I think they're really cute, those little stamps. now I'm ready to connect this all together, and I wanted to make sure that the plastic wasn't going to come off the backing. So the easiest way I found was to put the tape on to the back first, slide it into back into the plastic, the ridges there, or the what do you call them? I'm not sure. Slide it all back in anyway, and then I grabbed my craft knife and pulled the backing off my tape and then pushed down the plastic so it all stuck down, it's not going anywhere, and then I can get to embellishing the front. So this little banner flag thing was from the ephemera pack, and I just cut 3 of the banners off, and I'm just going to put them up to the top, on the top there. I grabbed the flowers. Yeah, the flowers go down in the bottom. I can't even think, guys. I'm so sorry. The bottom right corner, and just using my 450 glue there to stick it on, and it hasn't come off yet, so it's stuck fine on the plastic. And just sticking down the last one there, and a butterfly from the ephemera pack, I stick that on, and I also grabbed some of the wood veneer that we got, some of the butterflies, they were really cute. And to finish it off, I do grab some gold sequins from my stash, and I wanted to bring some gold to the top of the where the banner was. I want to bring some gold up there, so I do fuss about with these sequins for a while. I've got some slowed down footage here for you, and I will have some stills as well. I hope you enjoyed and you think of your packaging a little bit differently next time you get it. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!